this big example on your sheet. Let me show you that one. Yes.
One quick question. The fact that 10 of the panel only voted for 5 clubs leads me to believe that they weren't sure that their partner really meant it as...
Well, no, some were trying for slam. Some were going to... Well, 5 clubs is a bit of an underbid. But at least they didn't pass. Okay? I mean, some tried for... I bid 5 clubs. I tried for slam. But still, at least they didn't pass. Okay? If it's a penalty double, you would pass. Okay? Now, let's look at a negative double, which... When I teach negative doubles, this is another one of my pet peeves. Okay? If your students are ready for negative doubles, they're going to say, and you're going to have to address through what level? Through 2 spades is a common answer, through 3 spades. Some people teach through 4 clubs or 4 diamonds. What am I going to tell you? Through infinity. Absolutely. There is no level where negative doubles magically end. It's absurd. Watch. Okay? 1 diamond. Okay? 2 spades. Double. Well, of course, that's a negative double. That's not penalty. 1 diamond, 3 spades. Double. Should that show spades? You're not going to have spades. 1 diamond, 4 spades. He's got ace, king, queen, eighth. Double. That shows spades? The more they bid, the less likely you are to ever be dealt a penalty double. You won't have it. So why would anyone in their right mind say, okay, we'll play negative doubles through some level, but then once they bid a lot, all of a sudden we're going to have a trump stack and double should turn into penalty. Is that not crazy? So I recommend, you'll never see a good player on their convention card that it says through 3 spades. You won't see it. Because that means if I open a heart and it goes 4 clubs, that expert pair is deciding double means king, queen, 10, 5th of clubs. That's what no one's going to do that. Now, I'll admit, okay, it becomes a question of semantics as to what the double does show at the high level. Okay? 1 spade. 4 hearts. Double. Okay, well, it's a negative double, and I put the negative, I mean, it's kind of a weird term, negative anyway, in quotes. I would define it as 1 spade, 4 hearts, double is a good hand. It's not a 6 count. It's not an 8 count. It's a good hand. You're willing to hear the opener bid again. The one thing you don't have is what? Hearts. 1 spade, 4 hearts. If you're sitting there someday with king, queen, 10, 4th of hearts, you know what you have to do? Shrug and pass and hope your partner reopens with a double. But the 99,999 other times, 1 spade, 4 hearts, you're going to have some hand with 2 little hearts and 14 points. And no support. And what are you going to do? So double just shows a good hand. It's like 4 spades. Double is a good hand. Let me show you an example. And you have the example. Finally, I got to your sheet. Okay? Let's look at that example on the board. Okay? Let's look at the auction. So you have the south hand. Pass. And your partner opens 1 club. And you're thinking right away, okay, we're going to be in game. You're going to respond 1 heart. But lo and behold, they overcall 4 spades. So annoying. What do? Are you going to bid 5 clubs on 3 to the king? No. It might be a 3-3 fit. I mean, you can't bid 5 clubs. Are you going to bid 4 no trump? Not even sure what that would mean. Are you going to bid 5 hearts? If I bid 5 hearts, my partner would proudly table the singleton 8 of hearts. Or maybe on a good day, doubled an ace. I mean, you can't bid 5 hearts. I mean, that's crazy. What can you do? What can you do? Shrug and double. What does it mean? Takeout / card / negative / good hand / in English, if I were allowed to talk, someone wrote an article in, I don't know if it was you, Judy, about what the language of, like if you could speak out what your bid means. Here's what I would speak out double means. If I could say to partner, I would say, partner, I have a good hand. I'm kind of stuck here. I'm not sure what to do. If you have a long suit or some shape, I'm willing to hear from you again. If you have ace, queen, jack, six of clubs and a singleton in their suit or some shape, please feel free to bid. But partner, if you've just got some flat 13 count, shrug and pass, and we'll try to beat them. That's what double means. But what does it not mean? It doesn't mean you have ace, queen, jack, 10 of spades. Was there a question here? Yeah.
With a little different pattern, like only 3 hearts,
Okay, with a little different pattern. Now, here's the thing, okay, and I think it was the first question I got today. What does a negative double promise in the other suits? On the 1 level, it promises the other major. On the 2 level, probably. On the 4 level, I try to say it doesn't really promise support for every other suit. So with 3 little hearts, a singleton spade, my partner's very unlikely to take it out to 5 hearts. What kind of a hand would they have to take it out to 5 hearts? So, but what if I had 2, 3, 4, 4? What can you do? That's why people preempt. But as long as double's not penalty, I'd like to be 1, 4, 4, 4, but yeah, Judy.
Would it be fair if you were teaching your students to tell them that partners should only pull the expectation of +4?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. Judy was saying, should the partner pull only with the expectation of going plus? I would say with the expectation of going plus, or with extreme shape, like short spades and long their own suit, because then it might be a sacrifice. So I like to pull these. I try not to get into what partners should do, but if you're asking, I would pull this double with a long 6-card suit, or a spade, singleton or void, a lot of shape, or extras, etc. And I would leave it in with a weak no trump for sure. I'd always leave it in with a weak no trump. But I guess I don't know. I probably almost used up more than half my time, and I want to get to some of these other things. But can we at least all agree, if there's anyone that wants to argue with me, I'm happy to argue it, but that when they bid 4 spades on the first round of the bidding, whether it's an opening bid or whether it's an overhaul, that we stop teaching that double is for penalty? Can we just stop that? You'll make my life so much easier. I won't have anything to answer anymore, though, because I love to clear this point up. So, okay. Yeah, all right, let's
talking about, shortness in spades in this particular case, and you say a good hand. Good hand.
Well, good hand, there we go.
If you have certain defensive tricks, would be at least 3 defensive tricks or 2 defensive.
Yeah, well, the question is what strength, and that we come back to. Of course, our students always want to know how many high card points, and are you vulnerable? Did your partner open vulnerable? Is it a junkie 11? Is it ace, king? That's judgment and expert judgments. What would I say? On the 4 level, it's about 11, 12 plus, if I had to pick a number. Would I do it with queen, jack, third, queen, jack, third, queen, jack, fourth, queen, jack, third? No. So, now we're getting into valuation and expert judgment. And at some point, I don't know about you guys, but that question of how many points, they always are going to ask it. And